Hey guys, this is Abel from FatBurningMan.com. I was recording interviews all day right behind me at my desk here, so I figured I might as well just whip up my iPhone and say a few words about brain fitness or doing athletic sorts of training for the purposes of improving your brain or your mental performance, your mental toughness. So I just got through something this week that was pretty intense. I was told that it would be even harder than the marathons that I ran, and that was the Krav Maga belt test. And what Krav Maga is, if you guys haven't heard me talk about it on the show or heard of it some other way, it's an Israeli form of self-defense that's supposed to be highly practical and fairly easy to learn, but it's also pretty intense. So instead of doing all sorts of techniques and kind of talking around the subject and talking about theoretical things that could work in a self-defense situation, you spend most of your time either kicking other people in the balls or getting kicked in the balls or getting all scratched up. So to go from level 1, which is complete beginner where I was because I just started a few months ago, to level 2, they put you through something called a belt test. And it took 6.5 hours straight. We got a 30-minute break in between, but it was 6.5 hours of doing this belt test, and I came out of it pretty dang smoked. I was let's see, I don't know how well you can see this here, but my forearms are completely covered in bruises and cuts, and I have all sorts of cuts from being choked in the belt test as well, that are showing up and starting to hurt even a few days later. But a lot of you guys who follow me, you know that I want you to get the biggest bang for your buck when it comes out of exercising, when it comes to exercising. And I certainly am not one to go for like 6 or 7 hour marathon sessions of working out, but at the same time, running marathons, doing triathlons, doing things like Krav Maga belt tests that push your limits, push your boundaries, make you stronger. They absolutely do. So even if they're not necessary for maintaining physical fitness, they're extraordinarily important for making yourself a bigger, better, stronger person. And so for me, I'm pretty open about the fact that I didn't really run marathons for the physical aspect as much as I did the mental. Can you do this? How quickly can you do this? Can you have fun while you're doing it? And it was really interesting from the perspective of the belt test that I just took on Saturday. There were certain personalities in the room who were totally gunning for it and just stoked about being there and working hard. And yeah, it was difficult and we were in pain, and that's kind of part of the process. But you're graded on whether or not you can not just do the techniques, but also if you have that fighting spirit. Once you're completely tapped out and you're done from an energy perspective and from being sore and just being completely exhausted, they want to see if you can keep going. Can you dig deep and keep doing that? And the people who made it through absolutely did, and you can. So I want to be very clear that yes, you can exercise for just minutes a week and have a terrific body and lifestyle and that sort of thing. But if you want to have mental toughness as well, you need to make yourself uncomfortable. You need to kind of take that leap where you're getting yourself out of your comfort zone, where you're completely out of energy, where you're completely tapped out, but you still go. You still have to do it. You still have to get through it. And then at the end, you're just like, holy crap, I can't believe I just got the complete crap beaten out of me for 6.5 hours, and I'm covered in bruises and I feel like an old man because I can't move. But I did it. And these people did it with me. And it's so important just to like find that thing yourself. So it could be a Tough Mudder. It could be a marathon. It could be some sort of self-defense. It could be a marathon session of swimming. It doesn't really matter. Just constantly find those things that make yourself uncomfortable and that push your boundaries, and you'll constantly emerge, shedding your skin as someone who is stronger, healthier, happier, and maybe a little bit banged up. But at least you know that you can handle it and you know what you're going to do next time. So it's absolutely worth it. All right, check out my stuff at abeljames.com anytime, or you can hop on over to fatburningman.com, and I'll talk to you guys soon.